Hi, it is May 17, 2015. This is day 30, so this is the last day of my blog. As I said this morning when I recorded the blog for last night, the only time I will be doing blogs is if I think that I need it for therapy, or if there's something exciting that I think you guys might be interested in. So, a little bit about today. Obviously, we got up kind of early. I slept like shit. I didn't get any sleep. I woke up at like 5 and I stayed up off and on until about 9:30. I don't usually drink coffee, but I do have some Crystal Light that has caffeine in it, so I took some of that. I've had 2 of those today, so I've been pretty caffeinated. That should keep me mellow until it's time for me to go to bed. And then I'm just going to take my trazodone and try to conk out. May not stay up too late tonight because I really need the rest. I have an insane paper that I need to write. And if I read the directions right, it's like writing like 3 letters and then like this long ass paper. So I'm going to be writing for like days. Okay, so a couple things. When I went to the rope event last night, and I wish I could show you guys, but unfortunately I can't show you in the shirt, I got suspended. And when I mean like suspended, like basically I was tied up and hoisted up in the air, and then you could maneuver me and put me however you want. Because I've had the surgery, I've noticed that I bruise a little bit easier than I normally do. I used to not bruise that hard. Now, if you, like, accidentally punch me, I will develop a small bruise. But if I have friction, which is what I had with the rope, and it didn't hurt, but it was against my skin long enough, it created a mark that goes from here all the way down to my back. And it's red, and it looks like rope, like it goes across. Some spots don't have it, but that's basically the path that it follows. So what I have done is I went out and I got some gel that you're supposed to use on bruises, and I'm putting that on my skin 2 to 3 times a day until it dissipates as good as it can. Luckily, the photographer that I'm working with on Friday told me she's not worried about me having rope marks. If it becomes a problem, we can always drape the fabric or whatever the way we need to so we can make it work. I'm really trusting her vision on this because she seems like the most competent photographer I've ever talked to, as well as the fact that she said since our makeup artist decided to bow out and didn't actually contact her like she was supposed to, she is going to go ahead and help me with my makeup. So, bonus, my makeup gets done. We'll figure out what the fuck we want to do with my hair. We'll be good. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a really fun time. I'm supposed to be there at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So we have copious amount of hours to do whatever she wants. I don't know how long she has the studio for, but I'm pretty sure she booked it for long enough that if we want to do a couple different things, we can. So that's happening. Did a little homework today. Really, I fucked off like all day. And then I talked to my crazy client who is really starting to, if he didn't get on my nerves before, really starting to like yank my chain where I just want to like kill him. So talked to him for a little while, and then eventually I said I was sick and that I didn't want to talk to him anymore. And he disregarded every rule that I told him for the day and decided to do the exact opposite, which pissed me off because I was like, I asked you to do one thing, which is basically leave me alone so I could do my homework, and he couldn't do that. I don't feel as if he respects me as a person in that aspect, and I basically, like, wailed into him and told him that he doesn't respect me, and that if he can't respect me, that we don't have to have a relationship. I really need him as a client. Every time I have to do that to him, he sends me this huge apology letter, And I usually say, okay, well, you have to realize, you apologize, that it means you have to follow the rules. This is not me being mean to you. This is the fact that my schoolwork and my livelihood depends on you being the good person that you are and following the rules that I have set in place so that I can get my stuff done, so that I'm not stressed out at the last minute trying to get my homework done. So I did that, and then I watched a show on Netflix, but I can't remember what I watched. Anyways, it was a show about, like, 3 Australians that, like, come to America, and they, let me see if I can find it. I just have to go on my Facebook, sorry. Okay, it was called Unplanned America. It was only 1 season. They come to America, they go across different states, they learn different things. Not so much a culture thing, but just like, let's say, for example, they went to Portland, and there was a bike ride where they had like 3,500 people naked running through the town. They went to Detroit, and they saw how broken down Detroit is, and all these abandoned buildings, and how the economy is kind of like went to shit there. So it was really interesting, kind of like, hey, if you had to travel and you got all these new experiences, but not like a tourist, the actual part of America that you never see. So watch that. I'm sucked into Comic Book Men right now, and I've been watching that a lot. It kind of helps pass the time when I'm working. So I try to find different shows. I've done TED Talks. I watched the show of Two Minds last night. It just depends on what I want to watch. Sometimes I watch home shows. I have a very weird sense of what I watch. So that happened. Let me see if anything else I could tell you since this is the last one. So I'm not sure if I ever showed you, but I'll show you again just in case. When I first had my lap band done, I wanted things that would remind me that I need to be on task as far as keeping up with what I'm doing. So I got this made from a girl in the UK, and this is obviously your stomach. This is the band that goes around it. And in the back, I wrote the day that I had my band put in. It was done September 27, 2013. It was 1 day before my birthday. And they were cracking up laughing. They're like, you sure you want to have this day for your birthday? And I'm like, oh, no. I went to IHOP, and I gorged on food I shouldn't eat. So, yeah, it's fine. So I did that. And the second thing I had made that I put on my bed occasionally is this one. I love my band. So I've been kind of doing as much motivational stuff as possible. Also, I have a picture in my living room, which is an x-ray of where my band is on my stomach. And so every time I pass the door to go out to go grocery shopping, or let's say I decide I want to go to fast food, which I shouldn't be going to, that is a constant reminder that I went through that surgery. That is in my body. I need to take care of as much as possible. So that's a good thing that you should look at. Things that I've noticed, and I'm just going to talk about this briefly, and then I'm going to let you guys go. Sorry, I'm saying I'm a lot, and I do that, so you'll just have to bear with me. I have had weird skin changes since my surgery, and I have tried taking multivitamins. I've had to go to a dermatologist because my scalp has been severely affected. It's a different form of psoriasis. It's not called psoriasis, but it's pretty bad. When I shaved my head, I had to shave off the extra flakiness of my head, so it wasn't so noticeable. And then my hair was growing back, and so you could see it as it was growing back in. So I've gone through that. I have almost an oil that I have to put on my head, 3 to 4 times a week. And then I have 5 different dandruff shampoos that my dermatologist has me use. So I'm going through that to try to curb it. I normally don't even wear black shirts. Like, the only reason I'm wearing this one is because I haven't touched my head. And if I touch my head, I'm going to end up with a whole bunch of flakes on my shoulder. And it's really embarrassing. So there's one thing that I've gone through. My elbows are super dry and like white. Like that skin change is happening. So that's one of the things. And then I think I wrote about this on Facebook. What did I say you go through? Hold on. Bear with me. Weight issues. Like, you'll get on the scale one day and it'll say, like, for example, with me, one day it'll say 126. I get on the scale the next day, it says 129. It drives me absolutely crazy because what I'm trying to do, my ultimate goal is to get down to 115, and not knowing exactly where I am at or where I could be drives me absolutely crazy. Your weight will fluctuate like no other. I can only say just pay attention to how your clothes fit and don't pay attention so much to the number, because that is going to save you so much in your sanity you have no idea. I've drank 2 64-ounce mugs of water today, so I'm way over my water limit. And I had a protein bar. I had a couple of slices of cheese. I tried to have a salad, and for some odd reason the olives weren't agreeing with me. I had a Greek salad, and I got sick everywhere. And if you've ever had olive juice, this is gross, I'm just going to tell you, come through your nose, it burns, and you cannot get that feeling out of your face. It's just disgusting. Anyways, that's pretty much it. So hopefully I get to talk to you guys, and maybe once a week I do a blog, and it's not so long because then I'll have stuff to tell you. But for now, I'm just going to wish you well and hope you had a great time, and I appreciate you tuning in and just peeking in a part of my life and being part of it. So have a good one, and good night.